Y'all are going to walk away from kickoff this year, I'm telling you, and be like, holy heck. I've never seen an event like that. They've done stuff that they've never done before. It's going to be a completely different experience. You are not going to want to miss it. So whether you're on Zoom or you can get there in person, I guarantee the return on investment that you will get out of this event is I'm telling you. And if y'all go back to the 10X book that we did a few months back, there's a chapter in there that talks about kind of the rich man poor mentality and the poor man mentality. And when it gets into, okay, well, if I buy this book, what's that return? If I go to this event, what's that return? Versus, ooh, I can't afford that event. Right. And I can tell you the investment that I made on myself going to events over the years, the beautiful thing I like about it is I can the return. Right. It's not, I'm going to invest in some stock and hope it works. No. I'm going to take those skill sets and come out of it, and I'm going to make, build our business with it. And I can return that or control the return on investment. And that's what's so cool about it. So anyway, guys, we want to end with a special segment. He was unable to be with us live, but we recorded it for you guys. Special segment on driving lines from Charlie Peterson. And we want, or Patterson, Jesus, Peterson. Can you tell it's been a long day? Charlie Patterson was gracious enough to film and record a segment on driving lines. So we're going to end with this tonight, but we wanted to make sure that we hit, because driving lines is foundational to this business. If you want to build long-term leveraged business, you got to learn driving lines. So again, we wanted to end it with a bang. So Charlie, I know you're probably listening. Thank you so much for recording this for us. And we'll turn it over to the content that he created for us.
So I have with me Charlie Patterson. Charlie's from Sisters, Sisters, Oregon. Sorry about that. And an awesome business leader, but also an awesome family leader with his 5 children, all soon to have birthdays, all on the same day in January. And Charlie, just for those who don't know, Charlie's journey with the business around the world, 18 years plus in Nu Skin, 17 years. A Team Elite qualified, Circle of Excellence 2, Platinum Team Elite leader with an internet. Try that another way. Hold on one second.
It's Liata's internet. I'm telling you. You got to talk. You got to be careful what you talk about, Liata. Your words are powerful. Talking about that no internet, man.
They are powerful. And all these leaders are going to be Team Elites in 2023. Let's go.
Hey, let's just say one more time. Make sure your team and anyone you know gets their ticket before January 1st. They'll still be available, but it goes up to $119 a ticket. And if they buy before then, it's only $99. Plus, you get the special Jeff Mack bonus training session. So we'll do that right now, so we don't need to do it at the end. And I like to call Charlie a 4-child platinum team elite. I mean, a 5-child platinum team elite, because he has, some of you know, 5 kids. 4 of them are shared a womb at the same time. So we understand why he couldn't be on. He's got those 5 kids to deal with. So, and if we can't get it, oh, we got it.
Of the business. I mean, real retail selling balanced with a plan that we've always talked about, having great strength with our ability to drive legs and to have the back end, which rewards leadership. So that's a unique thing. I've been in the industry a long time myself, and I've been with other companies prior. And in that time, I've never seen such strength on the front end matched with such strength on the back end. Now, how do we get to that back end money? What is this back end all about? And maybe you could kind of share with us some of your philosophy of driving lines so that you access the power of our comp plan and the leverage of our comp plan.
Absolutely. Thank you, Gary, and happy holidays to everyone. Looking forward to being with you all at our new Me 23 kickoff here in January 13th and 14th at the Innovation Center. Driving lines, Gary, is a really a strategy taught by my sponsor and mentor to many that'll be watching this, whether they worked with him directly or now, on video, is Nathan Ricks. And he taught and really helped us understand driving lines by driving lines with us and training on it over and over. So please understand, like all skills, they're developed through repetition, and repetition being the mother of every skill, that practice makes improvement. And so to take this from a concept that we're going to talk about here over 10 minutes, and then go apply it in the field with your teams and working on it and come back for more training and to do it again and again. It is something that takes doing to learn. And so be comfortable if you've been in the business for years and you don't understand it yet, that's okay. That you can understand it by applying these pieces that we'll share with you from the various leaders that train on driving lines. Ultimately, driving lines, it's helping us maintain the two reasons that I believe that people are joining the business. The first is fear of loss and missing out. I know that when I saw the business presentation for the first time and I heard the vision of where the company was going, I saw clearly that vision. I saw how it could assist me with my personal situation and challenges that I was faced. And I really had the fear of missing out and being left with, the questions or statements, man, I wish I would have, or what if I would have taken action with Nu Skin. And so that fear of loss is something that we want to really impress upon, and we want to utilize as a motivator in the business. Secondly is the ability to capitalize on the opportunity, while most come in the business at a precipice in their life in some area. And this is where, if you look back at the major growth areas or stages of the company over the last going on 40 years, the biggest growth windows with the company have been during the most challenging economic times. And you might find that as a surprise. I did in the beginning, until I experienced myself and realized, wow, when there's a pattern interrupt for most of us, as there was for me at the end of my professional athletic career, where I realized, wow, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? Because my income is going to end when I stop my career. I realized I had to find a solution. And so, more and more people are faced with that, where what they're doing isn't meeting their needs. And so they open up their mind and look at, other opportunities or things that may have been even presented to them in the past that now may be a solution that they have an increased problem, or they're aware of their problem. And so I refer to this as a precipice that people either feel like or are literally or figuratively they're going to die in some manner of their life. And so, those are the two things that we want to capitalize. We want to help people capitalize on the position, the opportunity of where we're going as a company. And then secondly, really use that motivating factor of fear of loss. The strategy itself, the intention is to, as we say, driving lines, and our compensation plan is aligned with this. So as we advance in the business and we're able to be paid on deeper and deeper portion of our back end and our brand reps and deeper generations, to do so, we have to establish these leadership teams. The first is a 10,000 leadership team. The second is a 20,000 leadership team. The third is a 30,000 leadership team. And then ultimately, to maximize the compensation plan beyond Blue Diamond at 10, 20, and 30, we have to have a 40,000 leadership team. And so these are basically blocks of business within our organizations that we intentionally create by driving lines. I refer to it as my flossing your teeth philosophy. And my question to you is, do you have to floss all of your teeth?
No.
And the answer is no. Some of you may be surprised by this. The answer is no, because my dentist informed me very early that I only had to floss the teeth I wanted to keep. All right. And so understanding that the business is the same thing with driving lines. Do you have to drive every leg 10 generations deep of brand reps? And the answer is no. Only the ones you want to keep. Now, this is the first time that I've said 10 brand reps deep. Historically, we have seen through the geometrics of the business is that ultimately when we drive a leg 10 brand reps deep, that's helping us develop these 10, 20, 30, and 40 legs of LTSVs for us to advance and maximize our income and being paid on the lower generations of our leadership back end. And so when you do this and you drive the legs 10 brand reps deep, that is doing what I said in the first two, drivers of the business, which is create fear of loss. So we consistently have income outside of one's pay line. And so as you progress in the business and you develop your personally sponsored individuals with these LTSV legs, you're able to be paid at deeper generations in the plan. And so as we help someone develop, they're paid on their first generation, we want to make sure that they have volume on their second, third, fourth, and fifth, sixth generation that increases the fire, if you will, that burns below for them to go out and continue to develop their business to be paid on further and deeper generations to increase their pay. The volume's there. They just have to go out and do some more work personally and develop these other leadership teams to be able to be paid on that deeper in volume. So the first way that we do this is that we focus on the deepest brand reps circle of influence. That is where so if you have 2 generations of brand reps deep, you're working on that second generation's brand rep circle group. Your focus isn't the brand rep, your focus is their circle group. The new people being exposed, the new people achieving their LOI, the new people moving on in qualification and becoming their brand rep. As you're doing this and working in that circle group, as those new brand reps break in a deeper generation, you have relationship with these people because you've been working with them and now you're working with their circle group. And you continue to do this deeper and deeper and deeper. It does not matter if you're working offline or you're working online or you're doing a combination of both. The only difference between working online and offline with driving lines is really the resources that you're using to build a business. If you're working offline and you're doing demos, you're doing business briefings, using events and 3-ways, you're going to be using those resources to develop your skills, to build those relationships, and to continue to help people progress through the compensation plan and starting a brand affiliate, into qualifying to become a brand rep, becoming a brand rep, and then working in their circle group to help drive those lines for future brand reps. If you're working online, you're using social media, you're using the resources that you have within social media for communication to connect with people. And with both of them, you're always using your back office to be able to look at where people are volume-wise and really utilizing the pressure points and lines of pain, if you will, in our compensation plan to help people see the value in progressing forward. So that's the first piece, is working in the deepest brand rep in each leg's circle group. The second piece of driving lines is that the deeper that you get into your organization, the more influence and motivation that there is for the people between you and the deepest brand rep to actually build new business, new legs, new leadership team legs, to increase their pin title to emerald and above. Now, how we do this is a focus of making sure that every gold and above, and this is a target, to make sure that every gold has a leadership team leg of 10,000 above. This becomes the reason that and the inspiration on why they would continue to go out and create an additional 3 brand reps on their first generation to become an emerald. And really the truth, but yet a joke, as there's always some truth in a joke, that I say is, what comes after ruby in our compensation plan? Lapis. And you may be scratching your head at this. Well, why is it that lapis before Ruby comes after Ruby? Well, because people that land on Ruby have no depth in their organization, or they don't have enough depth to create a fear of loss or motivation for them to continue forward in the compensation plan beyond Ruby. And so they very often go back to Lapis. At that point, someone will be working with them, hopefully, or they've reached up to senior partners to understand, hey, I need to know how I can go from Lapis to Emerald. When a Lapis has a leadership team leg of 10,000 or above, then they will literally skip Ruby because of the depth. And as they go from 2 to 4 brand reps on their G1 and a leadership team leg of 10,000, they will actually jump from Lapis to Emerald. And so this is our target as we drive lines. So it's working the deepest brand rep circle group to help drive the line deeper, and then also working with the brand reps in between to actually go out and build new business that are Emerald and above. And those are really without demonstration and examples and using a presentation, Gary, those are really the principles around driving lines, online and offline.
This is high level, and this is a sophisticated concept. To sort of sum it up, when you're sort of starting the business and you're looking to build the business, there's a lot of sorting and sifting going on, looking for people for whom this is the right thing to be doing and people whose timing is right now. As you're driving legs, that same sorting and sifting is going on, isn't it? Where you're looking for people who are ready. And some of the things that they do to identify themselves as ready are that they're plugging into everything, they're going to events, they're showing up, they're doing the deal. Maybe comment on that as we wrap up.
Absolutely, and the sitting and sorting, is our business. The pros sift and sort, and the amateurs attempt to convince. And so our business is about looking for the people, as we say, are 12 o'clock, and they identify that they're ready based on their actions. We guide people what to do, which is in their best interest, based on what they tell us that they want. And that's where we have the opportunity to build trust. We like to find out what somebody wants. We ask them if they're open for a recommendation. When they tell us they are, then based on what they said they wanted, we give them guidance on what the next steps are to execute forward progress to achieve that desired outcome, which would absolutely at this time include the attendance in person, ideally, or on Zoom, virtually, with our New Me 23 kickoff event, January 13th and 14th. So what we're doing in this process, we recommend people do something and then they do it. We build trust. We build the opportunity to build trust. It's a bit like building credit. We have to ask for someone to trust us, then give them guidance on what to do to achieve what they want. And when they do, then we remind them that that was what we guided them to do, for them to then know that we're going to give them more guidance and we expect them to get forward progress. And so when you have people that don't do what you recommend they do, it's an indicator. Okay, now Gary, I'm sure if we go back far enough in your history, you'll find, like me, that I didn't do what Nathan told me to the first 2 weeks. Yet when I figured out that my way didn't work, I went back and said, okay, I'm coachable, I'm willing to listen. And so then I followed his specific examples and built that trust with him that I would do what he said to do and I would do what I said I would do. And thus I really created more incentive for him to invest in me. And that's what we're always looking for in that mentor and mentee relationship in the business.
Well said, Charlie. What is really clear is that there's a system and leaders use systems. Thanks so much.
Thank you, everyone. Happy holidays.
I just want to quickly wrap up, remind everyone to let your team and your brand new people know that the tickets are $99 until January 1st. Then they go up to $119. I want to thank Gary DeRitter for being the bottom line for this event and putting all these speakers. And then I also want to let everyone know that these are the dates for the kickoff, but I also want to let you know that we have the bonus session, last week's bonus session recording will be sent out. I think it's going to be sent out today. So you'll have it this week. It is definitely available for you. And this one will also be sent out. So have a great, great holiday. Merry Christmas to those of you celebrating Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. to those of you who are just celebrating love and family and looking forward to a new year, wishing you all the best. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Look forward to seeing you in January. Take care.
So everybody.